Welcome in here to the Tiger Dome, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting set for the national anthem, and then we will give you your starters in the rundown of tonight's game. Homecoming tonight versus the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons here in the Tiger Dome. And we are back after that wonderful national anthem here in the Tiger Dome for Fort Scott's homecoming tonight. It will be the Lady Tigers kicking it off here versus the Pittsburgh Purple Lady Dragons, or Lady Purple Dragons, however you want to call them, our rivals. So it should be a good homecoming game. Pittsburgh took care of us at their place, Aaron, and if we remember right, it was kind of the first drop there for the Lady Tigers on the season.
Yeah, it was a little bit kind of the first game where we were out of sorts a little bit.
Yeah, and English for them, who we'll get to their starting lineup in just a second, really had a game for her, just kind of controlled everything she needed to control and took care of it. But the starters there for the Pittsburgh Lady Dragons first is going to be number 2, Reed, number 4, Anna Jorge, number 11, Sophia Hertrick, number 21, Angie Miller, and number 30, Mackenzie English. And as I said, Aaron Judy, my right-hand man, is back here tonight running the cameras and the ones and twos. We appreciate Deshaun helping out, but we're back with the one, Aaron Judy, so I'll let him give you the Lady Tigers starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have our normal Fab Five of seniors for the Fort Scott Lady Tigers tonight. Number 1, Rayleigh Cowan. Number 2, Abby Gorman. Number 20, Claire McElroy. Number 24, Aubrey Yarrick, and rounding out our starting five, is going to be number 25, JC Rogers. So exciting night for our girls. You know, it's kind of cool. They're all seniors. It's your last homecoming. You don't get another one. So I'm sure we're going to be a little more amped up. Because I think you'd say too, when we were in Pittsburgh that night, everything just felt like we were in slow motion a little bit. You know, like you said, it was the first time we kind of looked that way. So I think we'll get max effort tonight out of these girls.
For sure, and as our officials are getting their coats off, we're going to have Dan Shireling, Tony Kemp, and Daniel Vega for our officials here tonight at the Tiger Dome. And yeah, like you said, you brought up, we were kind of just out of sorts, and we'll see if we can get it figured out here tonight at the Tiger Dome. Again, we kind of talked about having a clear path to, you know, at least getting a share of the conference title. That'd be 5 in a row, kind of something that's unheard of.
Yeah.
And I know the girls probably really want that. That's kind of the first thing that you knock off the list is, well, really it's win both your tournaments that you're in, win the SEK conference, win sub-state, get to state, and place at state. So this is kind of the second thing that they want to do here tonight. So we'll see if they get it taken care of as we're getting set for the tip here. It's going to be Claire versus English to get started.
English, kind of probably their best player, comes from some good stock. All her brothers are legit.
Yep, and they're going to win the tip there with that, and then we're going to get underway. They're going to swing it over to Miller. Millers will swing it into English at the top of the free throw line. Out there to Hertrick for a 3. Misses that. Jorge and Gorman fight for the rebound, and it's going to be off Gorman last there. She kind of flew into the bleachers. Hopefully she's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Check her out. She kind of has an arm sleeve on that right shoulder already. Hopefully nothing too bad happened to that left shoulder there.
Yeah, they're going to swap out people girls throwing the ball in here. I believe Hertrick's going to throw it in for them. Going to get it into English. She's going to go ahead and kick it out. Miller's going to go across to her right. Now Jorge has it. Right side wing. She's going to be unguarded, so she decides to dribble in. It's almost stolen. She's going to put it up off the backboard. Going to miss it, and Rayleigh Cowan's going to come away with the tip. She's going to have the rebound.
Rayleigh's going to swing it over to Claire. She comes through the half court. Wide open pass into JC. She power dribbles, goes up with it, misses that, tries to fight for the rebound. English and her are battling for it. Now Rogers is going to come up with it there, puts it right in front of English. Now she gets tripped by English, and that'll be a quick one there on English for the Dragons.
Yeah, if you can kind of get her in foul trouble early, that would really be helpful for the Lady Tigers.
I believe so. Be a good thing to do. We'll see if it works out for us. 7:16 left here in the first quarter. Still looking for our first basket of the game. McElroy passes it into Gorman. Gorman's going to get it at the three-point line here in front of the bench. Swings it over to Cowan in the corner. She's going to dribble up, swing it over to Claire. Claire will kick it to Aubrey in the right corner. Now back to Claire, top of the elbow, three-point line. Swings it over to Gorman. She's going to look back at Coach Steps for the play. 19 on the shot clock, still plenty of time. As they swing it to Cowan here on the left side. She'll dribble in, inside to Claire, middle of the paint. Misses left side. English will get that rebound. She's going to throw it up to Jorge. Nobody back. They kind of cherry-picked that up and good for Jorge for the first points of the game for the Dragons.
Yeah, that wasn't on accident either. I'm sure they talked about that beforehand. Someone's going to get out and run. I'd say we'll see it all night.
Yeah, I think they believe that English is going to be able to do what she wants if she gets in there and uses her body to get some rebounds.
Yeah, we've got to get our eyes up. JC Rogers was wide open under the basket.
Yep.
So no one could find her.
Jorge gets that pass for the Dragons. They're looking to push cross court. They do. They get it over to Miller. Top of the key. Back over to Jorge. Open three. And it's going to be a bank three off the backboard.
Bank's open. I don't think she called it. So
no.
Shouldn't count. But
should only be for a half a point or something like that.
Right.
But now Tigers bringing it across with Cowan. Cowan's going to be looking to Abby here in the top of the key. She gets the play call again. Tigers trail by 5 with 6 left to go here in the first quarter. Claire has it now. Miller's up on her. Looks like they're in a 2-3 zone. So we swing it to Cowan on the right side. She's going to fumble it out of bounds, and it'll be Dragon basketball. So we're still all out of sorts and pretty flat tonight so far.
Got to clean it up a little bit right here. Quick side note, too. We're not going to be able to let Deshaun do this anymore. He works for me, and today I went to pick him up. We're going to head to work. He called me when he got to the door, wouldn't get in the truck, said, "You're not going to open the door for me?" Told me I need to deal with his agent.
English hits her three there. He did have a pretty good night. He was pretty funny. We'll see if he gets another chance at it. But Tigers are looking for any chance they can get here as it's 8-0 early as the Lady Tigers are trailing here at homecoming in the Tiger Dome. They swing it over to Claire, right side, now to Abby in the corner. She's looking, pump fakes, drives in, floater from the elbow. It's good for Abby Gorman. So
need more of that.
Volume shooter, just get her going, let her go off.
Yeah.
So now we almost get a steal there, but Jorge comes down with it. She's going to bring it across court, kicks it over to Hertrick. Hertrick swings it up top to Miller. Back to Hertrick now. Tries to pass it in there. Bullet pass to English. It tips off of her and goes out to Reed. They swing it around to Miller. Left side. No good from the three-point line. Rebound Gorman. She'll bring it across here. Jorge kind of bumps into McElroy, but we get it to Cowan. Wide open lane. She kind of double clutches. Gets her own rebound, though. Goes back up with it. Misses that one as well. And it's going to be Reed with the rebound for the Dragons.
Reed's going to push it up right side now. She crosses left to right. Now she goes to the wing. Hertrick has it right wing. They're going to skip past to the top. Now to English left side. She's maybe going to think about a three. Reverse layup by her is good. Smooth take by her. We right now aren't guarding the perimeter at all. I think that's kind of our biggest problem. We're just kind of hanging out.
And it's going to be a full timeout here for Coach Steps. So we'll send it back to the studio, see if the radio is working on our end. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 Fort Scott TV on YouTube. Back here in the Tiger Dome as we get it to Abby Gorman. Abby's going to swing it across to Aubrey, cross half court. She's going to drive right side with the right hand, kicks it back out to Abby at the three-point line. Claire, corner three, misses short, rebound, gets pushed out to Gorman. Gorman's going to get it. She's going to look to drive. Clark checks in after that timeout. She's going to get the ball here on the left side, kicks it back to the corner to Abby. Abby's going to go baseline, crossover, fade away, just rims out. Reed will get the rebound there for the Dragons. Abby's trying to fight for the ball. Thought she had her hand on it for a jump. They don't call it.
I'm just hoping she wouldn't get a cheap foul down there. Pittsburgh's going to have it now left side with Hertrick. They're going to get it inside to Reed. She kicks it back out to Hertrick. She's going to drive the middle of the lane, puts up a floater. No good. Rebound's going to go back up, and it's also no good there for English. So we're going to push the ball left side now. Gorman looks inside, keeps it herself. Now to the top to McElroy. She's going to call a play. Left side to Abby. Kind of our three-point specialist out here in the corner. Has the ball, picks it up. Now it's going to get knocked away at the elbow.
They're going to cherry pick it again. Jorge's going to get down there first, go up with it, hits it off hard. Hertrick will grab it, but Aubrey's going to fight for it, comes away with it, and she gets fouled. There's look like number 10 who just checked in for them, Gauber. I think it was Gauber checked in. I think we had a funny try to figure out her last name at Pittsburgh. We called her Goober a couple times, at least I did.
Is that what it is, Gauber?
I think it's G-O-B-R, so Goober would be G-O-O-B-R.
I'm guessing it's Gober.
You think it's Gober?
I believe so.
Maybe. Hooked on phonics, you never know. We'll see if we can get it from them as Abby gets it in here from Hunziker, who just checks in for the Dragons, or for the Tigers, sorry. We're going to swing it over to the left side to Cowan. She looks inside for Rogers. She was calling for it, doesn't get it to her, so Rayleigh's going to use her dribble now, go top of the key. Swings it over to Clark. Clark looks inside to Hunziker at the elbow. She drives down to the block, kicks it out to JC. Short corner, rattles in good for JC Rogers.
Yeah, we got to be a little bit stronger with the ball. We can't let one little swipe just knock the ball out of our hands like we have kind of here early. As we cut the lead to 6 for Pittsburgh.
They get it over to Gober. We'll go with that for now until we get clarification.
Yeah.
They swing it into English free throw line, out to Jorge at the three-point line. She'll drive in, tries to go over to Rogers, and they're going to call a foul as Rogers was straight up there. Yeah. So that will send Jorge to the line to shoot 2. She already has 5 on the night.
We are really having a tough time right now guarding the perimeter. Our closeouts are kind of lackadaisical. We're just chilling there. So I'd like to see them get a little bit of pressure. I mean, they're getting so many open looks from 3. We've kind of got lucky that they haven't been knocking them down, but if they start to knock them down, it could get ugly quick.
Yep, Jorge misses her first free throw there. So 2:21 left here, first quarter. 10-4 Dragon lead here at homecoming for the Lady Tigers. Looks like it's pink out over there in the student section. Jorge's going to get her second to rattle in for her. So 11-4 as we get it into Gorman. She's going to try to throw it over the top. Jorge's going to tip it. Gober's going to grab the steal. It's going to be swing over to Hertrick. Hertrick over to Jorge. She's going to drive baseline. Before she goes out of bounds, throws it over to Reed. Hands off to Hertrick. Tries to get back to English on the right side. Skip pass. Long 3 for English. And if you know anything about that family, they are not afraid to hit those, and they will hit them.
That's what I just said. You're going to have to get a hand in their face.
Abby now swings it to Cowan. 14-4, Tigers trail by 10. We get it to Yarrick here at the half-court line. She's going to back him up, get it across, kicks it to Clark, and Clark's going to get a foul on the arm by Jorge there. It'll be her first of the night. Be their second team foul. The Tigers have 1. That was on JC earlier.
Looks like Rayleigh's going to throw the ball in here for us. Gets it to Abby. She's right side, just in front of the volleyball line. Now she looks forward, going to go to the elbow. Turnaround shot is no good for Aubrey Yarrick. They're going to fight for it, and it's going to be Pittsburgh ball. English throws it off the leg of Aubrey Yarrick, I think it was there.
Cowan, sorry.
Yeah.
Cowan kind of clapped at it. She tried to get out of the way, tried to play it off that it went off English's leg, but it didn't. Now Kipton's going to hop in front of that bad pass and get the steal. Kicks it over to Abby in the left side. She drives in over to Yarrick, short corner. It's good for Aubrey Yarrick.
That's her shot right there, that 10 to 12 footer. So I kind of like us keeping the pressure right now. And I'll take that foul every time with Kipton. I thought she got all ball there. If anything, a jump ball. Maybe the referee here probably looking at it should have probably called it, but we'll going to get the call from the ref that was behind, but still, that's a hustle foul. You can deal with it, I think.
Yep. Just over a minute here to play. Gober's going to bring it across, kicks it to English, the top of the three-point line, over to Hertrick, corner three, and it's good.
I don't know.
They're going to get us out of our zone defense here early, as now they're going to get a steal. The Dragons are. Hertrick's going to come away with it, swings it over to Gober. Gober's going to drive down to the three-point line, over to Reed in the corner. 2 on her. They swing it to English up top. She's going to get it, and they're going to call a travel, I believe, there, or a push.
Timeout.
Oh, no, they did give her a timeout. Okay, so it's going to be a 30-second timeout there by Coach, I think it's Gegg, or is it Greg? I think it's Gegg.
Yeah,
Coach Gegg of the Purple Dragons. So we'll send it back to the studio for a quick one. 45 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. All hit 103.9 Fort Scott TV on YouTube. Back here in the Tiger Dome, they swing it into Gober. Gober's going to swing it into Hertrick. Hertrick gives it to Reed underneath. Fadeaway jumper from the block, and it's good. So everything is going right for the Lady Dragons and not the Lady Tigers so far, as it's now 19-6 here. As Abby's going to cross it over to Hunziker, open. She's going to get around Reed, up for her layup, and good. So
good move by Kipton right there. We need everyone to kind of be that aggressive.
And a good answer for the Lady Tigers. It's down to 22 seconds left here. Shot clock's off. Hertrick in the corner. Brings it back up to the elbow. Now over to Gober. Top of the three-point line. She walks it up. Kicks it to Jorge on the right side in front of our bench. They try to get into Reed. They do get it into her. She's going to go up and in for the Lady Dragons.
Pittsburg almost gets a steal there on the inbound pass from Jorge. She's going to knock it out of bounds.
Hey, sister.
Aubrey Yarrick's going to come out.
So it'll be Tiger ball, 21-8. Dragon lead, 5.3 seconds left to go. Callan's going to have to grab it and go. She's going to want to have an open shot.
I don't think
Gets
we know
it
how much
declare.
time's left.
Nope. Now it's going to get across, and it's going to be quarter here. So 21-8, all Dragons first quarter at homecoming of the Tiger Dome. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 Fort Scott TV on YouTube. Back after this word from our sponsors. Back here in the Tiger Dome to start the second quarter. Tigers trail 21-8. It will be our ball here at the start of the second quarter. We'll see if we can get going early. We just now check it in to Gorman and get this second quarter started. She'll bring it across the half-court line, swings it over to Cowan here on the left side. Cowan will swing it to McElroy. McElroy inside paint to Rogers, misses that. Rebound there for Gorman. She's going to go up with it and gets the roll.
Yeah, nice move there by her. Gives them a little pump fake, gets herself some space, and goes back up.
So we get to double digits, 10-21 here. It's going to be English bringing it across. She kicks it over to Miller, over inside to Reed, and it's going to be an and one, and she's going to look to just keep banging it down low on us all night.
Yeah, wide open layup there for her, and then we kind of compound the problem with a foul. And just not helping ourselves. Right now, I think our biggest problem, correct me if I'm wrong, is pretty much just effort.
Yep, looks like Jackson's going to check in and see if she can kind of stop that penetration on the block here early and often here. But it will be Reed at the free throw line to shoot her and one. It's up and nothing but net.
Pittsburg honestly looks like a different team from last year. Also pretty remarkable turnaround they've done pretty quickly.
Yep, they got a good coach, and now Cowan's going to throw it out of bounds as Abby's trying to cut through. And it's going to be Dragon basketball again. Nothing is going right here for the Lady Tigers.
No, if it can go wrong right now, it is.
Yep. Lorelei Clark's going to check in here for Cowan now. And the Dragons are going to pass it in. Hertrick's going to swing it to Miller. Miller will swing it over to Gober. Gober's going to get into Reed. She's still battling down low. Kicks it out to English for a 3. And it's good. Buckets for Mackenzie English. Already her 3rd 3 of the night.
She can shoot it.
And now we're going to throw it over. Clark's going to try to grab it. Hertrick's going to tip it, so we're going to be able to get it back court. Swing it to Gorman. Gorman up to Claire McElroy. McElroy's going to look to drive. Gets into the block, tries to throw it over to Jackson. It's going to go off of a Dragon foot, and it'll be Tiger basketball underneath. But still, that was pretty sloppy on our end, too, so we got to clean it up if we want any chance to get back into this. Now down 17 early.
Yeah,
get it into Clark here in the corner. She's going to drive into the paint. Looks to swing it to Hunziker. Hunziker's going to kick it out to the 3-point line. Clark's going to go in. She's going to get it turned over there. Hertrick's going to come away with it. And they're going to swing it over to Gober. Gober will swing it inside to English. English drops it down to Reed, out to Miller, and she's going to fumble it away. Saves it, but then she puts her foot on the out-of-bounds line. It'll be Tiger basketball, so maybe a little light of hope here as we get a turnover on that possession.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's ball movement right now is kind of putting us in shambles as they swing it around quickly. They find the open person, and we've got to figure out maybe how to match that.
Now we get it to Clark. Clark's going to swing it over to Hunziker. She's going to drive into Reed, and it's going to just go right out of bounds. They're not going to give that call here at the high school level. She kind of gets that spot all of her to herself too. Reed does, so she's just going to stand there. You got to go around her.
Yeah, well, you just got to be stronger with the ball. I mean, Kipton had it and just kind of dribbles it herself out of bounds.
Now Dragons are going to pass it into Miller. We're going to kind of be in that relaxed 2-2-1 press here. She's going to get to the half-court line, swings it over to Gober. Gober's going to bring it back to the top of the key, out to Reed. Reed passes to Miller. Miller swings back to Gober. Gober to number 24, who just checked in. Don't have her in my book yet. I'll get her in there soon. Swing it to Gober at the free throw line. She thought about it, throws it over the top to Reed. Out to English, corner 3. Left her open. She makes us pay.
My goodness. I mean, I don't even know what. I'm kind of out of words here, which is rare. We're going to get it inside now to J.C. Rogers. Claire throws a hard pass. J.C. can't quite catch it there, and it's going to be out of bounds on the Tigers. So now Lady Dragons ball. They're going to get it in here to Miller. She's going to go left side, gives it to Gober. She's going to cross half court, now at the volleyball line. Goes left side, back to Miller. Inside, and a left-handed layup there for Reed is good. So now it's 32-10. Pittsburgh lead here as Abby Gorman's going to draw a foul. They're going to give that foul to Angie Miller, number 21 for Pittsburgh.
24 is El Camille. It's Ish's daughter. I apologize for not getting her name out there sooner. But it's going to be...
She's young, isn't she?
Yeah, she's a freshman.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, another girl who comes from the blood. Mm-hmm. They all can hoop.
So we're going to get it in here. Gorman's going to bring it across. Again, a little bit of this might be... We get into Jackson, and she scores for us. So Lillian Jackson gets some points on the board there. It's a good ball movement by the Lady Tigers. It has kind of been heard of or not heard of in the past years, not to make any excuses, but this is our 6th game in 11 days, and that's usually not the move in high school ball.
No, that's a
Playing
lot.
Monday, Thursday, Friday the past 2 weeks. They're going to get inside to English, kicks it out to Gober. Gober for 3, misses long. Was going to be a rebound to Abby, but they end up knocking it off of her foot, so it'll be Dragon basketball with the fresh shot clock, I believe. Maybe not. We'll see if they pump it or not. If not, there's only going to be 14 on the shot clock. There isn't. Miller's looking to pass it in. She swings it into El Camille. El Camille's going to drive, floater from the free throw line, gets that blocked. But Jorge's going to be there, right place, right time, and going for the rebound and the layup for 2.
Right to her for an easy layup as we're going to try to push the ball on the right side. Now cross-court pass, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds there by Lillian Jackson.
And we're going to have Yar check back in for McElroy and Cowan check in for Clark. 4:41 left here to go. Dragons lead 34-12, so it's going to be a 22-point lead here early in the first half for the Lady Dragons. They're going to swing it over to Gober. Gober's going to bring it across half-court line. Jason's going to get that steal there. She's going to swing it to Abby here on the left side. She'll bring it up the court. Looks to drive. Gets to the free throw line. Picks up her dribble. Swings it out to Yarrick. Yarrick's going to drive in. Kick out to Cowan. Couple dribbles into Yarrick in the corner. Into Rogers. She goes over there. Gets blocked there by English. Scrum on the floor for it. It's going to be a jump ball, and it will be Dragon basketball on the possession arrow. They're going to look to check back Hertrick into the game for the Lady Dragons.
Yeah,
I've never understood why they got to be the purple Dragons. Like, if you wear purple, just be calling us
the red dragon,
the white tigers or white tigers or something like that. Just be the Dragons. Yeah. That's my little spiel for the day. As they're going to swing it over to Clark here English on the right side. They're going to swing it back to Miller. They're going to kind of work an in and out semi-pro look. She's going to shoot the three, misses that. Gorman's going to get the long rebound and bring it up here. Has Miller kind of riding her, but she's going to keep it here. Keeps her dribble as well. Swings it to Yark on the left side in front of the Dragon bench.
JC's wide open there. It is.
Gets it to JC now. As Judy Aaron said, she's going to go up with it, and it's going to be a foul there on English. JC goes up for it. She'll be at the line to shoot 2.
I can tell you right now, Pittsburgh's going to be, let's see, they have 1, 2, 3 seniors. And
yeah, they're still pretty young.
Yeah, they're going to be good next year. Mackenzie English in about 2 years is going to be a serious problem for women's SEK basketball.
Yeah, I need to look up her stats for this year. She might already be a little bit of a problem.
She is, but I'm just saying, you think about when she's 18 years old out there playing, she's going to be...
If she takes that trajectory like her brothers do,
yeah, she'll be going for 30 balls on the regular like her brother was a couple years ago, and a couple years ago before that, her other brother was.
Mm-hmm. Rogers missed her first free throw. She's going to go up with her second, and it's good for JC, so that'll put her at 3 points here tonight. 3:41 left to go in the second quarter. Tigers trail by 21, 34-13.
Just got to guard the perimeter right now. Let's start with that and then see where we can get to.
Reed's having herself a day in the bottom now. It's going to be her
say that
11th point, yeah.
They feed the ball to the paint and score there. So
yeah. So Lillian gets in there to try to stop that, and they're still giving her good positioning down low as Cowan's going to bring it across, tries to throw it into Jackson between two players, and it's not going to work out, and it'll be a turnover. The Dragons are going to get it, and Miller's going to walk up the court with it. Coach Gage's going to tell her to speed it up a little bit so they don't get the 10-second call. Swing it over here to Elka Mill on the right side in front of our bench. She goes to the elbow, kicks it out to Jorge. Jorge's going to drive in, kicks it to Reed, who's left open, and she's going to miss the layup, gets her own rebound, though, and she's going to get fouled there by Rogers, I believe.
Talking to Deshaun today, I didn't get to watch a lot of the game last night because I was coaching my younger kids. That's why I missed, but he was saying the girls had a little bit of issue with backside defense, and that's a perfect example of it right there. We're kind of just paying attention to the ball and get lost in transition there, and as they get an open three from the corner, they're going to miss that.
Jorge's going to fight for it. She's going to tip it out of bounds, and it should be Tiger basketball here with 2:51 left to go in the second quarter.
We've got to make sure we keep track of whoever our person in our area is behind us, you know.
Yep. Clark's going to give it up to Gorman here. Abby will bring it across the timeline. She's looking back at the coaches for a play. They call it. They get it inside to Aubrey at the elbow free throw line, and it's good. So that's kind of been the spot that we've been able to facilitate in to get some points. We need to see if we can get hot from there.
Yeah, just keep a rover right there. It's kind of just mimic Pittsburgh. That's what they're doing.
Yep. They're going to swing it over to Hertrick in front of our bench. She's going to swing it to
I'm going to say she traveled.
But it's going to be a travel here, and that's going to get Claire McElroy back in for the Tigers. So now Rogers is going to have it. She's going to pass it over to Gorman. She's going to bring it up here across the half-court line. Gets it to Claire here on the left side. It's going to go to Clark. Clark will swing it to Yark, and it's going to get tipped out. It'll be Dragon basketball. She's going to look to push across the court here. Hertrick's going to have it. She's still going to be looking. Swings it over to Elka Mill. Long three for her, and it's good. So all of them are hitting what they want to hit tonight for the Dragons.
Going to have to get a little bit tighter on the perimeter defense.
Clark's going to swing it to Yark in the corner. She's going to get it back from her. She's looking inside, tries to throw it over Jorge, and she's going to tip it out of bounds with 1:42 here in the second quarter. Will stay Tiger basketball, but Dragons are doing whatever they want tonight so far. It's a 39-15 game. We get it into Abby Gorman. She's going to keep her dribble up top, 18 on the shot clock. Over to Clark here on the left side. Now Abby's going to cross under, get it even closer on the left side. They try to throw it over the top to Rogers. She does catch it, gets it, goes up with it, misses everything. Elkhamill's going to come down with the rebound, kicks it to Reed. Reed's going to try to pass it up to Hertrick. Clark's going to save it. Gorman's going to get it, and she's going to try to pass it to Aubrey, who was cutting towards the basket. It's going to go out of bounds, so it will be Dragon Ball nevertheless after all of that.
Yeah, good, better effort there. I will say that. Everyone's hustling. Just got to keep chipping away at it now.
They're going to bring it across with Miller. 1 minute, 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Ooh.
Clark's going to slap at the ball, get it knocked out for just a second. Reed's going to throw it back into Miller. She's nowhere to go. She dribbles out of it, kicks it to Jorge, and Jorge's going to get fouled, and we'll see if they count the bucket or not. They're kind of looking at each other to decide if they're going to.
I thought maybe they were going to call travel, but they're going to give her the bucket and the foul.
They are going to say basket's good for Jorge, and that will be her fourth basket of the night with an and one here for Jorge. She will go up with it and misses that. Rebound for Hertrick, though. She's going to dribble out to the three-point line and just throw it off of Gorman's leg with 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, smartly just throws it off her leg before she gets trapped there. So she's going to step out of bounds right where she threw it out. Get ready to throw it in.
So Hertrick's going to throw it in right in front of her bench. She's going to throw it up to Reed, who's getting face guarded, and she's going to go over the top and right up and in for the Purple Dragons.
Yeah, good pass there by her. Perfect touch on it.
Gorman's going to throw it to Clark as they cross the timeline. They swing it left side to McElroy here. Inside to Gorman at the top of the free throw line. Back out to McElroy. McElroy to Clark. Lorelai's going to dribble. Back over to Claire. Tries to get it inside, but Reed's going to get the positioning and steal it away. 31 seconds left to go as Jorge has it now. Coach Gage tells her to slow down a little bit. Claire's going to knock it out of bounds with 26.7 to go. And it will still be Dragon basketball out here in front of our bench.
Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to play for the last shot. If they're going to listen to Coach here, that's what she wants. They get it in here to Jorge. She's right side. Now she goes left, middle of the lane, kicks it out. Elkamill has it, the freshman. She's dribbling in, spin move, right to left, puts a shot up, and she's going to get the foul. No bucket. And she's going to be shooting 2 at the free throw line here.
That'll be on Lorelai Clark. It looks like her first of the night. But Elkamill already has a 3, her second foul.
Yep, they called the last one on her.
Okay.
Quick free throw routine for her. One dribble up, and it's good.
Knowing her dad, he's probably like, just get it up there. Like, come on.
That's right.
Got to make the basket.
Let's not mess around.
Yep.
Let's get straight to the buckets.
She's been playing ball on the circuit from
I've watched her play a
little
lot of
age.
games.
She misses that one, so. But Reed's going to get it. Aubrey's going to get that turned over. We get it to Abby with 14 to go here. She's going to cross the timeline. Kicks it to Rogers. Cross-court pass. Up and good for JC.
Matter of fact, her and Kipton actually play on the same team.
I thought so. I thought there was a reason we saw her a little bit more. 2 seconds to go. Jorge from the volleyball line misses it short. That'll take us to halftime on All Hit 103.9. Fort Scott TV on YouTube. We'll be back right after a short break. And we're from our sponsors with the official halftime stats of the Lady Tiger basketball game here tonight at the Tiger Dome. Back here in the Tiger Dome with the official stats of the first half. Brought to you by H2 Painting and Aaron Judy at H2 Painting. Call Aaron Judy at
620-605-2769
for all your painting needs.
That's right.
Residential or commercial. I think he's done a few there in Pittsburgh, and he's wrapping up there, and would love to get some houses here in Fort Scott as well. But with that, halftime unofficial official stats, Gorman's going to have 4, Yark will have 4, Rogers will have 5, Hunziker will have 2, and Jackson will have 2. Lillian Jackson will. For the Purple Dragons, Reed's going to have 12, 13. Jorge will have 6, 8, 10. Hertrick will have 3. English is going to have 14. And Elkamil will have 4. So it's been all Purple Dragons here at the half. They almost already have a 50 bomb here in the first quarter, 44-17. So they've exploded here in some points. To see if we can calm them down and kind of do it our own here in the second quarter or second half. This is All Hit 103.9, Fort Scott TV on YouTube. This is Dylan W. with Aaron Judy with your unofficial official halftime stats of the Lady Tiger basketball game.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Try playing the music and then come back real quick and I'll tell you if I can hear you or not. Or the ads or whatever.
Okay.
If you can hear me, Cody, I have nothing still. I'll text him and try to figure it out. Back here in the Tiger Dome, it will be Fort Scott basketball to start the third quarter here with a lot of work to do for the Lady Tigers. As we're going to get it in, we're going to swing it to Cowan here to start it. She's going to swing it over to McElroy to Gorman in the corner, inside to Yark. She's going to go up with it, gets it blocked there by English, and they're already looking to run here for the Dragons as English will bring it up herself. Kicks it to Miller. So for the Lady Tigers, it will be Gorman, Rogers, Yarrick, McElroy, and Cowan to start. Abby's going to get tripped up there. Nothing to be called for the Dragons. They're going to swing it over to Hertrick. Hertrick's going to go to the block, goes up with it, gets fouled, and one. Claire McElroy is going to pick up her, let's see, it'll be her first foul. But Hertrick just gets right into the paint, goes up with it, and makes the layup.
Yeah. Good effort there on the first there with the steal from Abby, and then not really Abby's fault there. I think she gets maybe pushed, but no call. I can't complain about the refereeing tonight, though. Thought they've done a pretty good job. Not that they've had a lot to call. It's been pretty one-sided, but
yeah, it's been pretty lopsided. So not really got to try to get the game over with. As now Abby's going to get right inside the three-point line, miss that. Reed's going to get the rebound. She's going to try to swing it out to Miller, but it's going to get passed out of bounds as Miller kind of stayed there, and Reed was passing it up to get a little bit up the court.
I feel like that's what we're going to have to do right now is really put the pressure on them. We got to ratchet it down.
Turn them up, turn them over a lot.
Yeah, like a whole lot.
Yeah. But McElroy gets it in from Cowan. Got to do it brick by brick, piece by piece here.
That's right.
We're going to swing it back and forth here at the top of the key. Back to Cowan now. They're in kind of a 3-2 zone look here. Cowan's going to drive in, get to the block. Kind of double clutches, misses it long. And Miller will come down with the rebound for the Dragons. It was a good-looking drive and a good-looking shot, just a little bit too hard, but now they're going to get it to Hertrick, wide open three in front of their bench. Misses it right. Rebound here for McElroy. She'll bring it up herself. Now McElroy's going to swing it inside to Yark, makes a good pass. Yark step back, misses that. Hard off the glass, and English will have the rebound, so we're getting some good looks now. We're just not making any shots. She goes behind the back twice. Now tosses behind the back to Miller here, as Miller will cross the half-court line with the ball. Steps into the top of the key. They move it around, get inside to Reed. They're going to get JC with a push before she goes up with a shot.
Definitely had two hands on her and did push her, so
that was definitely more of a blocking foul, if anything.
Yeah, you just got to get better position so you're not putting yourself in that predicament to have to push them.
Yep.
From behind here.
Will be JC's third.
Three from the right side for Hertrick's going to be no good. Claire's going to save it, throw it back in, and Pittsburgh's going to get possession. Now they kick it back to the top. English left all alone, and you guessed it, another three for her. She's probably going to knock down, and we're going to throw it out of bounds there. We throw it in, Abby can't handle it, and it goes out of bounds. If she has no one within a foot or two of her, especially tonight, it's going down.
It always seems like the goals here look bigger for all the English kids.
No doubt, they can't miss.
Marquise used to come in and hammer him, and then so did his brother, and then now she's in here already banging 5 threes on the night.
Yeah, my goodness. Yeah, I remember the game that went to overtime for her brother, not Marquise, the younger brother, but
his first name's mistaking me too right now. But
I think he went for like 42 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like almost a quiet 42 too.
Yep.
Just crazy.
And that was kind of all of his game. He just was getting to a flow state, and just next thing you know, you look down. Yeah.
They all three play the same. Like they're not super flashy. They're not out of control. They're just kind of make you play their game.
Yep. Now Hertrick's going to shoot a corner three for the Dragons. She'll miss it. The rebound's going to get tipped out, and English will come down with it. She's going to cross it over Kipton, go inside, goes around, tries to go up with it, and it's going to go out of bounds, and somehow still.
And I think we blocked it, but we blocked it out of bounds, unfortunately.
It's going to be Dragon basketball. English will look to pass it in here. 5:36 left to go in the third quarter. They lead 49-17. They get it inside to English. Now Jackson's going to be up in front of her. She's going to go up and over, and it's good for English. I don't know what her career high is, but she's having one tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. We better figure out a way. I'm almost to the point where it's like Fowler.
Yeah, 5:23 left here in the third quarter, and the Lady Purple Dragons already have 51 on the night. We're going to swing it over to Hunziker here on the left side. She just checked in that last dead ball.
Yeah, we better get a hold on her. They're going to go for 80+.
Swings it to Malone. Malone's going to swing it into to Clark. Clark's going to try to get into Jackson. Going to get tipped out. Lorelei, first shot of the game. It's going to be a little long. Rebound there for English. Malone falls on the floor.
2-on-1.
Swing it to Reed. Reed up to Jorge. Up and misses that. Rebound Reed. up and good for the Dragons.
Yeah. So now 55-17. Dragons lead. 4:40 to go here, third quarter.
It was just 51, so we'll see if it stays 55, if they missed a 2 or what.
Clark's going to have it right side. She gives it to Kipton. She tries to throw it inside, just tries to force it, and they're going to steal it. Now they have a breakaway 2-on-1 situation, but Kipton's going to get a hand on the ball and knock it out of bounds. So
Kinley Lee is set to check in here for the Lady Tigers.
Good hustle by Hunziker there as we're pulling our starters.
The Mantooth, Gauber, and Elkamil checking in for the Lady Dragons. So it's going to be Clark, Jackson, Malone, Hunziker, and Lee in here for the Lady Tigers. They're going to swing it into English. English is going to have Reed back down Hunziker, and it's going to go up and good for the Dragons here, and they can do everything they want to right now. Currently leading by 40, 57-17.
You spoke on it earlier. We've won 4 league titles in a row. If you think every team in our league isn't going to score as many points as humanly possible on us, you are wrong.
Yep, it's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Tiger basketball here.
If they can run it up, they're probably going to, and that's not no shot at them or anything. We would too probably if we're in that situation, but you're going to get everybody's best effort.
So Lee's going to look to pass it in. She gets it into Hunziker here. She's going to get fouled there by, I believe it's going to be English or Gober.
Is Pittsburgh?
Will be Gober.
Pittsburgh on the top right now, or Independence isn't?
Independence.
Yep. Pittsburgh second.
Actually, I don't even know if they were. Yeah, I think so. I think it was between us and Pittsburgh. We were tied there for a little bit.
Yeah.
4:05 left here in the third quarter. We get into Malone. Malone's going to get blocked there by English. It'll be back out of bounds off the Dragons. 2 seconds off the shot clock, and it'll be Tiger basketball here.
3 or 4 blocks for her tonight. She might go for a triple-double.
Lee's going to look to pass it back in here. She gets it into Jackson at the block, opposite side. Goes up with it, misses it. Rebound, Hunziker, power dribble, goes up and gets fouled. So Kipton will be at the free throw line to shoot 2 here.
Yeah, good job by Lillian there. She caught it high, put the ball straight up. No dribble, no bringing the ball down. Got to find the small positives on a night like tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just fundamentals, but we've got to build on something here. So
Hunziker will be at the line to shoot her first. It's up and rims out.
Who do you think's going to win homecoming tonight?
I forgot who the candidates is.
I don't
kind
know.
of just shell shocked still right now.
No
Hunziker's going to miss that one as well, and it's going to be English with the rebound. She's going to swing it up to Mantooth. Maybe got away with a double dribble there. Swings it to Gober here at the top of the key. She's going to dribble it around into English at the top of the free throw line. Looking inside, gets it to Reed. She steps out of the paint, kicks it over to Elkamil. It's going to go downhill. Going to get blocked there by Mary.
Good block by Mary Malone there. Sends it to the wall. Yeah, the problem with that was as English is going to exit the game here, the problem right there is we were in a man-to-man and we had Lillian Jackson trying to guard the English girl, so that was a mismatch. But
Gonna have Kylie Serrano check in for the Purple Dragons.
back to Elkamil. She goes right side, little floater from the baseline, going to get her own rebound. Kicks it out. Mantooth going to go for 3. High arcing three-pointer.
She made one against us in Pittsburgh. So
yeah, almost makes that, but instead misses. Now we're going to get it on the other end. Clark's going to put it up for 3 and miss.
Hunziker's going to fight for the rebound. To no avail. Elkamil's going to get it. Kinley Lee's going to get in there and try to get the steal.
Yeah, great effort by Kinley Lee there, though.
Call a foul on her, though, I believe.
What do you think the issue is, Dylan?
Legs. There's no legs there.
They're just out of gas, but I mean, you can't. Are all the other SEK teams having to play the same amount of games?
Yeah, but I mean, some of them might not have got it snowed out or anything and having to pick up those extra games, stuff like that.
That's what I meant. Or they having to play 3 in a week.
Yeah, I mean, at one point there was a chance they were going to play 9 games, and because we're only going to have 2 next week, they were trying to pick up another one, but just. You're going to have so many games and so many days, and you don't do that at the varsity level, really, in high school.
No, it does take it out of you.
But, I mean, you can say lack of effort tonight, and that probably would be spot on, but the problem is yeah, I mean, you got to understand that these girls are athletes, and they're doing a lot, and they got to play through it. Yeah. But you got to bring your effort as much as you can. And tonight we've shown what happens if you come out flat, being 4 in a row in SEK.
Yeah.
Like you kind of alluded on earlier, you're going to get the best from everybody. Hunziker's going to try to shoot a 3 there, misses that. Reed's going to come down with the rebound. Mantu's going to get it on the loose ball, try to swing it over to Gober. Tigers here still fighting for it, but Gober will bring it across the half-court line. She'll go downhill, elbow, gets it inside to Reed, who goes up with the left hand, up and good for the Purple Dragons.
So now it's 59-17. I don't know if we've scored in 2-3 minutes here.
I don't know if we've scored since
This quarter?
halftime.
Yeah, I was just thinking, didn't we start with 17?
I believe we did. I think it was 17-44 as Clark's going to look to drive in here. Takes about 3 or 4 extra steps. They don't even call a travel, so even the refs are kind of watching this game.
Is that
Yep. Now Elkamil's going to bring it across. She's going to back it out. Clark's going to try to steal it from her. They swing it over to Gober on the right side. She's going to drive downhill on Kipton. They're going to call an offensive foul on Gober's. Kinley, sorry, not Kipton, drew that foul there.
Yeah, Kinley Lee takes the charge there. Good for her. She plays hard, as we're kind of seeing a lot of the JV girls check in now, as it's pretty much completely out of hand. I mean,
yeah, I doubt we see any of these seniors here.
No, they're done for the night. Probably the smart move. If you can't come back right here, you might as well try to save their legs for
Mason.
next week.
That's the Middle English kid is Mason. Yep, he is at Pitt State now. Nope, that is definitely him. Colton, thank you for shouting that out on YouTube.
Yeah, went to what prep school was that?
I think it was a prep school down in Oklahoma for a year, and then
it's in like Branson.
Oh, okay, Missouri. Yeah.
Is it Link? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Link here.
Yep.
Link Prep, whatever.
Took a year of prep school, and then he signed with the Gorillas. Kind of follow there with his brother who did too.
Yeah, and he's hooping at Pitt State right now.
So Gober's going to get fouled there in this game. It's going to be by Kinley Lee, so she takes one. She gives one back for him. That'll be the 4th team foul here for the Tigers.
I feel like if we're gonna, the girls team right now, like that's the kind of fouls we can deal with is like effort out here, 30 foot from the basket. Yeah, you don't want to foul all the way out there, but it's just from them playing super hard. Instead, we have a tendency to foul on the block, just hacking.
Yep.
I'd much rather take effort fouls all night than just pushing or just kind of the silly fouls.
Tipped around a little bit. Clark's going to get it top of the half-court line. Swings it to Malone. Hunziker 3. Goes off of the shot clock up top. And she really just let that one go a little too hard.
She's a little embarrassed herself.
Yeah, she's kind of laughing at herself a little bit. Look over there, see her parents, see if they're giggling.
Oh, I saw them immediately. Both of them had their hand over there.
Her sister is definitely going to give her the business when she gets home.
Keaton's still laughing. Her dad's cracking up.
Yeah. As that's going to be something you'll talk about your whole life.
Yes.
Remember that time you threw it off the shot clock your freshman year?
Yeah, they'd be in Thanksgiving in 20 years from now telling their little nieces and nephews about how their mom threw it off the shot clock.
As Gober drives in there and gets fouled there, get by Kinley, so that'll be her 3rd of the night and the 15th team foul, so to send the Dragons to the line to shoot 2 with Gober, looking for her first points of the game. First one's up and good, so she does get those. Will be a quick one here in the 4th quarter. Is this going to be non-stop clock as it is 60-17, 3rd quarter. Tigers trail to the Lady Dragons at the Tiger Dome for homecoming. Gober's going to make her 2nd. And it'll be 61-17, 34 seconds to go. Clark's going to bring it across the timeline. Gober's on her. She's going to cross over, get into the paint, goes up left-handed, up and good for Lorelei Clark.
We scored in the 3rd quarter.
We scored in the 3rd quarter. You can say we did that. Shot clock is off now. Elkamil's going to throw it up to Mantooth here on the left side for the Dragons. Up. Misses everything. Rebound there for Serrano, who's going to try to throw it up and miss everything. So the Tigers will come down with that with 10 seconds left to go. Clark brings it across the half-court line. Has the dribble, crossing back and forth. Gets a screen here from Malone. Both going to fall down. 3-pointer for Clark. Misses that. Laney tries to grab the rebound, but it's going to be all that for the 3rd quarter. So it will be 61-19 going to the 4th quarter. Turbo clock, as it looks like the seniors will get a little bit here in the 4th. You're listening to All Hit 103.9 and Fort Scott TV on YouTube. Back here in the Tiger Dome, start of the fourth quarter. Purple Dragons lead 61-19. Will be the start of the fourth quarter, and it will be turbo clock here as we get started. As it's going to be into Miller. Looks like both starters are going to be on the court for both the Lady Tigers and the Lady Dragons. Lee start the fourth quarter. English is going to get it. Cross-court pass, going to drive inside. Kicks it back out to Hertrick in the corner. She looks, dribbles out a little bit. Kicks the top to Jorge. Going to use her dribble over to Miller. Going to get tipped around a little bit too. Can go inside to Jorge, free throw line. Long English three. And it's like she's been in the game the whole time.
Gracious.
Still hits that one. And it's going to be 64-19 now for the Purple Dragons. And it's going to feel good for them as it's been a while since they've swept the Lady Tigers. But this year it is looking like that's going to be the case. As McElroy's going to set up for a three here herself. Misses off the right side. Rebound Yarrick, throws it over to Cowan. They're going to come away with it. Cowan will, after it kind of was a loose ball for a second. She's going to drive in. Floater off the backboard, no good. Rebound Reed, didn't have to jump for it. And he swings over to English, back to Reed, back to Miller now on the left side, and she will bring it across the half-court line here with 6:58 to go in the fourth quarter. Jorge in front of her bench, over to Reed.
Backside
back
English
to Jorge.
is wide open.
Hertrick gets it top of the key, back to Jorge here. She's going to look to drive, running floater from the free throw line, misses it, everything. Rebound Yarrick, but it's going to get turned over to Jorge, out to Hertrick. Corner three, misses short. Rebound Rogers.
Has it, yeah. Now she gives it to Abby. Abby's going to slow it down just a little bit. Now she's going to get to the volleyball line. Goes to the free throw line now. J.C. Rogers has it. One dribble on the right. She's going to put up a shot from the elbow and going to miss everything short there. Ridley Cowan tries to save it. Just not going to be able to do it. And Pittsburgh's going to come away with the ball, and they're going to give it right to Miller. And they're going to be slowing it down. Now they're going to send 5 new players in. Kind of going to get their JV, I would say. Hertrick thinks about a three, kicks it back. English is begging for the ball. She wants to see how many she can put up, I do believe.
She's going to be checked out right after this, so Hertrick's going to get in the corner.
Yeah, they won't give it back
Swing
to
it to
her.
Reed. Yeah, she's smiling. I think Gag probably said, don't give it to her. Swing it around. They get it to Hertrick. Back out to Jorge. 3 on the shot clock. Corner to Reed. She takes one dribble inside, shoots it, misses, but it's going to get knocked out of bounds there, and all of the Dragons are going to be out of the game here. It looks like basically the JV squad.
Yep, line change.
Gober, Elkamil, Reed's going to stay in, Mantooth, and Serrano for the Lady Dragons. Coach Floyd's getting ready to raid his bench too and get them in for our Tigers.
Yep. Looks like we're going to see kind of our JV squad or
ones that were in, and then extra Jesse Tate Harper will check in for the Lady Tigers this time. Next dead ball is Claire's going to get it from Cowan, swings over to Aubrey for 3. It's good for Aubrey Yarrick.
Yeah, good shot by her. Increasing her 3 percentage, if nothing else.
Got another one last night too in the corner.
Did she?
Late in the game, yep.
2 in a row.
She doesn't quite shoot him at the volume that her sister did.
Ooh, Abby probably gets away with the foul there. We get the ball. Go right side, coast to coast for Rayleigh Cowan, and she's going to get the layup. So now 24-64, 4:30 to go. Fourth quarter here.
Gober bring across half-court line. She gets picked up there by Cowan. They're going to swing it to Mantooth. Mantooth to Reed for 3. It's going to be missed. Long rebound Gorman. She's going to throw it up top to JC. Good long court pass, but JC doesn't go and get it, and it's going to end up going out of bounds off the Dragons, so it'll be Tiger basketball, but that's going to bring in Hunziker, Lee, Malone, Jesse Tate Harper, and Lainey Potter. I said Lainey Jackson, but it's Lillian Jackson. I don't know how many times I practice I'd say Lainey, I mean Lillian, and then get it all mixed up. So.
I call her Lainey also. I've done it a couple times, so you got to correct me.
So Kinley Lee's going to look to pass it in here, swing it to Lainey. Lainey to Jesse Tate Harper, back to Kinley Lee in the corner. She takes one dribble, swings it back out, gets it to Malone at the elbow, free throw line. She drills down to the block and gets fouled. So Malone looking to get on the board tonight with some free throws. So that's going to be Serrano's first foul tonight for the Dragons. I don't know why I stopped the clock. I don't know why I've been stopping the clock.
Yeah, let that baby roll. Why are they stopping the clock?
Yeah, I don't know either.
They stopped it at 3:37. Clock should be rolling.
Yep, now it's running back again as Malone makes hers.
Just habit. They're used to stopping the clock.
Oh, for sure.
We're not used to being down 40. So.
I feel like you do something wrong if you stop it, probably at this point.
Right. Full house tonight here in the Tiger Dome for homecoming. Usually we don't see the seats, usually pretty full, but not quite this full. So boys are going to have a packed house. Hopefully they can kind of right the wrongs here and come out with a victory.
They're going to shoot a three, miss that. Elkham will come down with the rebound, though, and bring it out. Now they swing it to Mantooth. High arc for three, and it's good.
Third or fourth attempt. She finally connects. The bench loving it for her as they get to 67 points. Pittsburgh's benched, of course, the 6-7.
Yep. I'll let you talk about that a little bit. You got those daughters that are that age.
I don't want to talk about it. I hear
Get
about
it
it
into
enough.
Laney. She goes up with it, misses it, but it'll be a foul, and Laney will be at the line shooting 2.
Yeah, so an opportunity for her to get in the book during the varsity game. Laney Potter gets ready for her first free throw. It's up, and it's going to be long off the back.
So I guess hindsight, missed free throw, still get some circles on your name in the book, so
Yeah,
you're still
you're
somewhat in the book, yeah.
Probably rather go for the
Yeah.
main one here, though.
Not really the way you want to get into it, but you are in it.
Yeah.
Second one is going to be up and long. It'll be rebounded there by Mantooth, and Malone and Hunziker are going to try to grab it from her, and it'll be jump ball, possession arrow to the Dragons on the clock.
That'll be our ball. Table has it our way at
Yep,
least.
yep. They must have had it in their little thing in their pocket, too, because they gave it to us.
Yeah.
Kidney Lee's looking past in into Malone.
Almost the
She'll get
one.
fouled, so she will be at the free throw line. Made her first 2 last time down the court.
Homecoming is halftime of the boys' game.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll keep YouTube on. And
No, it's in between games, I believe.
is it because some of the homecoming candidates are over there in normal clothes?
I couldn't tell you. I can't remember.
We'll see. I think it's halftime of the. It is halftime. Boys is before the game football-wise, but
Yeah.
as Mary doesn't connect on her second free throw there. Jessie Tate Harper's going to come away with the rebound, give it back to Mary Malone. She goes floater, left side, going to be short. Kylie Serrano is going to come away with the rebound. She's going to give it to Lainey Tristler. She's going to push it up. They call it travel there.
Be honest with you, coaching for 8 years, I never thought about like what's going on or anything like that when you're sitting on the bench. Usually you're pretty happy.
Right.
I know senior night we sat down there and they do it in between the games, but
Yeah.
homecoming I can't remember.
Yeah, well, we'll find out here in about 20 seconds.
As Malone goes up with it, misses that one. It's going to be a rebound for Serrano. 15 seconds to go, and it's going to be,
They're just going to hold the ball here as Coach Gegg tells them, hey, just hold it.
yep, Kipton's going to stay up on her, but there's going to be 6 seconds to go.
She's like, hey, we're trying to hold it.
Either way, the clock's not going to stop, so it will be ball game. Pittsburgh comes in here and drops a 40 bomb on us, 67-27.
We even let them finish with 6-7.
Lady Tigers going to drop another one at home and going to drop one in the SEK as well. So we'll send it back to the studio real quick, and then we'll bring it back for the unofficial, official game stats and see what we're doing for homecoming and all that fun stuff. Back after the break, I'll hit 103.9 for Scott TV on YouTube. Back here in the Tiger Dome with a 67-27 Pittsburgh Purple Dragon win over our Lady Tigers. Callan's going to finish with 2. Gorman's going to finish with 4. Aubrey Yarg's going to finish with 7. Rogers will finish with 5. Clark will finish with 2. Hunziker will finish with 2. And Lillian Jackson will finish with 2, along with Mary Malone will finish with 2. For the Purple Dragons, I'll have to do some math as I run this down. Reed's going to finish with 17. Jorge will finish with 6, 9, 10. Hertrick will finish with 5. English will finish with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18, 22. And that's with 6 threes. Mantooth will finish with 3. Gober will finish with 2. And Elkamil will finish with 4 herself. So it looks like, I believe, some of the girls obviously are homecoming too, so they're going to get ready and all that. So I think it is definitely halftime of the boys' game. Hopefully we're a little bit more somber and alert for that. Getting a little excited. Halftime. Yep. So we have the Lady Tiger cheerleaders dancing here. We'll play this out and then we will send it back to the studio and get ready for the men's game. But we'll play this out here.
Cheering. I think you'll get scolded if it's
cheerleading.
Yeah, you called it dancing. That's different.
I said cheerleading.
You said they're dancing here.
Well, they are dancing as cheerleaders.
Cheering.
They're dancing as cheerleaders. That's odd.
All right, hey, folks, you heard it. It was Dylan that said it.
That's fine. Dylan Duffy said that the cheerleaders are dancing.
I said they're cheering.
Enjoy it.
You're doing a good job. I'd be scared to death I'd drop them.
Yeah.
Way too much going on there for me.
Especially if they put that middle one in between them two right there, even higher.
Yeah.
But they're doing a great job. Bases are holding steady. They're keeping them up there.
Absolutely nothing about this.
I know bases. Bases is.
Yeah, I know that.
The base is the bottom, and there's flyers and all that. They did a great job. We appreciate the Lady Tiger cheerleaders there. So we're going to get set up here to start the men's game. We appreciate all of you. On All Hit 103.9 Fort Scott TV on YouTube. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes with the start of the boys' game. It's Dylan Duffy there and Judy, and as always,
go Big Red.
And go Tigers.